You know what I hate, Johnny? I hate when those people act like they don't know the camera's on, and then they turn around and they go, "Oh, well, hello there." You know what I mean?
I just spilled pina colada over my thing.
I don't know if anyone's watching, but right now we are live from the Dominican Republic. Johnny, have you ever been to the Dominican Republic?
No, I can't say that I have. Maybe.
Neither have I. This is the first time for both of us. I told Johnny, find a place that you think would be suitable to do this broadcast, and he chose this reclining lounge. He said it looked very heterosexual, and here we are, coming to you again live from the DR. Now, behind us is the band Extreme. How was Johnny stayed for their sound check? Johnny, how was it?
2 hours.
2 hours.
In front of the people.
But also, Nuno Bencourt set up his gear on the floor.
Just first to check it on the ground, yes.
Yeah. I find that to be odd. Anyway, we are here live in the Dominican Republic, as I said. So you want to stick around. Johnny and I will show you around the boat a little bit. Johnny had a little mishap with his pina colada.
So hot.
I think you're going to want to stick around.
Just wanna waste some time with you. Sometimes it seems too good to be true. Nobody out there to waste time with than you.
Right, we're back here live in the Dominican Republic. Let me show you around. Oh. John and I rented this private thing for the day, and I'll give you a quick tour, and then John and I will talk a little bit about what's been going on. As you can see, we are at the highest most point of the boat. It is almost sunset. I believe over there is a terrible fire. I am not positive, but I believe that is a terrible fire. You can see a little bit around. Johnny and I are here on the links. This is the mini golf course, and you can see what happened to Johnny's pina colada. There is the top of the boat. The captain of this boat speaks much like Count Dracula, and he makes announcements in the morning that are pretty annoying. And we're going to try to get to your comments. Johnny's reading the comments right now. And this is a test. We're not sure this is even going to work. If this goes well, we'll do more. I will say that I believe somebody will be sold into slavery on this trip. Neither us, though. Anyway, you're getting a look around. I'd say we're having a good time. It's a little difficult. We had really bad weather, really bad. And the first days were very rough. If it wasn't for the fearless crew, we may have been lost. But we are here on our private deck. This boat is called the Mariner of the Sea, and anyway, we're here. So let's talk a little bit. I have plenty of sunscreen on myself. Oh, and Matt Thorne's wife was nice enough to lube Johnny up with some as well, right, Johnny?
Yep.
And okay, and so I'll give you a couple updates, and we will do this again. And by the way, feel free. We risked our lives to come here to the Dominican Republic. Feel free to super chat, super thanks, or super sticker. We need it. The locals have taken all of our money, and we can use it. Extreme is about to perform right behind us. I hear the obnoxious acoustic guitar. Johnny spent his afternoon with Extreme. And I'm sure he will be happy to show you some of that video in the future. We'll get to some of your comments. But anyway, we set sail. It feels like, Johnny, what, about a week ago? A month. And it's miserable, but fun at the same time. We've had a lot of good times. We'll do this again from a place where we can probably talk better and have microphones and open music. But because it's very, very humid and warm, and boy, Extreme is the sound check is extreme. Anyway, hello to Michelle Simon. Hello to Monica Dunlap and Sean and Sir Hanks-a-lot. People asking, have we seen any shows yet? Johnny, have we seen any shows?
Yeah, we've seen a bunch.
I don't think anyone's going to hear you that far away. I know you're comfortable, but...
Yeah, no. It's sitting in a pina colada. Whose hair is that?
What did we see?
Well,
I saw more than Johnny. But together we saw Adrian Vandenberg in the band Vandenberg.
yeah.
And then today, Johnny recognized him. I did not. I went up to talk to my old friend George Lynch. And hi, how are you, everybody? Good to see you. And then Johnny said, that's Adrian Vandenberg that he's talking to. And then
Very nice.
we had a nice exchange with him. I saw the Michael Schenker 50th anniversary show. It was very good. He's playing again tonight. It's got a great band.
Saw Striper.
We saw our old friends in Striper, and then we went out with them, which was a fun thing. And what else did we see? We saw Ted Poley.
Holmes.
We saw Chris Holmes today, which is great. We had a really good time. He did close with Fuck Like a Beast. Yeah. Johnny went to have a hot dog at that point. But yeah, Chris Holmes was great. And I think we saw some other shit. Led Zeppelin. Guns N' Roses. Kiss.
Blur.
New Kids on the Block.
So confusing.
Harry Styles. No, I don't know. It was great, though. And we're having a great time. George Lynch told us he was feeling a little bit ill and that he had a 4 o'clock doctor's appointment. I don't believe it. As far as interest in food, Johnny and I had fajitas last night.
Yeah, not a good choice.
It was very late, and yeah, we didn't think it was a good choice. If you're wondering where we are, we're in Puerto Plata. In the Dominican Republic.
I think I can live here.
No, you did look around, though.
I thought maybe it'd be cheap, but what are you gonna do here?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know much about the Dominican Republic, except I grew up in Washington Heights in New York, and there's a lot of people from the Dominican Republic there. My friends growing up were Puerto Rican, which is also
different.
Different. Which is also a Baricua, an islander, if you will. So there's the PR and the DR. The PR do not like the DR. And the DR is known for athletes and crime.
Yeah, well,
And they try to kill their own athletes. They shot Big Papi, and it's scary. So we were a little nervous to just step out into the sea. So we brought Matt Thorne with us and his lovely wife, and they bought us a gigantic coconuts filled with rum. I could not have my own because of my diabetes, and my blood has been very low from the heat and walking around. So, but Johnny and I did what any two friends would do. I use the F word cautiously. We had 2 straws.
yeah.
I walked around with my own straw, and when I felt I parched, I stuck my straw into Johnny's coconut.
God damn it.
Anyway, it's good to be here with everyone. I don't know what time it is back home. It's actually early. I believe it's 1 o'clock in the PST.
What?
Yeah, with Las Vegas time, it's 1 o'clock. Yeah, I think it's 5 o'clock for my friends on the East Coast or my friends here in the DR. Who are we looking forward to seeing? That's a good question. There are some we wanted to see. We wanted to see hardcore superstars. Everybody told us. But John and I last night set up a booth. Actually, the booth was already set up. It was to sell like timeshares or space on next year's cruise. John and I thought, as a side hustle, we could do that.
I was just tired. I wanted to sit down.
Right, and
We thought the show was over.
And we thought it was over. We were literally sitting on top of the venue, and we missed hardcore superstars.
They were playing while we were sitting there, and then hordes of people came out like it was a Nuremberg rally. And then we just decided, wait, what's going on? I thought everyone was sleeping. Where were you guys at? I was watching Hardcore Superstar.
Yeah, which we wanted to see. So 5 o'clock Eastern time, 2 o'clock in Las Vegas. We have not seen Max Sabbath yet. We've seen a lot of Big Macs. We've seen Brian Forsythe of the band Kicks. digests more meat than humanly possible. I've never seen. There are lions who have had less slabs of meat than this guy. He's been on the show. It was a great interview, and he's a nice guy, but he believes in a diet that is purely carnivore, meat-based. The other night before he played, he had 2 prime ribs and 5 hamburgers.
Unbelievable.
We also heard that a very famous singer who may or may not be behind us got in the face of the local staff and scolded them because the restaurants here close at 3 o'clock.
You take breaks, then they reopen.
That's right. It only closes for about 2 hours at a time between breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and the midnight snack. This singer may or may not have been barefoot. He got in the face. We didn't see. This is allegedly, and
I believe that guy.
I believe it too. And
He said he wished he would have filmed it. It was that bad.
Yeah.
It'd be like Billy Squire yelling at someone.
Yeah. Speaking of Billy Squire and the stroke, David Ellefson will be jamming with Michael Sweet. I feel like that's a bit of heaven and hell, if you will.
We also saw Spike.
Oh yeah, we saw Spike, and it was very good.
He was very nice. I like him.
Johnny and Spike bonded.
Weird, right?
They had a long talk. They both had one thing in common. They disliked somebody. I won't say who it is, but I mean it's a chip off the old block. But I won't say who. But anyway, Spike was great. We didn't know what to expect. I'm not a giant Choir Boys fan. Michelle loves them, and my friend Rachel loves them.
He's a cool guy.
He's cool. Johnny said to me, "Where do you think we feel like he looks like someone we've known?" I said, "Captain Jack Sparrow, or Dudley Moore." But he was great. It was really fun. He has an acoustic show, and yeah, we were both entertained. And then we had long talks. He will be on the show. He was scheduled, but original guitarist and co-writer Guy Bailey passed away, and so he's still mourning. And when he's ready, he's coming on. I've talked to a lot of people who are coming on. Rod Morgenstein from Winger, we just saw him again. He will be here. Rod Morgenstein is one of the top 10 greatest living drummers. He will be here. Dave Rude from Tesla. We exchanged numbers. He will be here. Niels Lozauer, one of the most famous photographers of all time. He is the West Coast Mark Weiss, and Mark Weiss will be the East Coast, whatever. And they're both great. And I will be moderating. If you're here on the boat watching, I'll be moderating Mark Weiss's Q&A. The 3rd at 5:30 p.m. on the Promenade. Some people call it the Promenade.
Some people that are super not funny.
Not funny for sure. Is Nuno being nice these days? I don't want to say that he's not being nice. He did walk around with a suede jacket when he first got here. It's 1,000,000 degrees. He is dressed in cowhide right now. He has a black and white. I don't know, but it's a long way from the Super Bowl. I will tell you that. But he seems fine. I mean, well, everyone on this boat is pretty fan friendly. I haven't seen anyone. Well, yeah. Well, I mean, there's one person who's not really hanging out, but everybody else is meeting the people, right?
Yeah, no, they're approachable, just not to me.
Right. Well, you
they say hi to you and they look over at me and they just go. They give me like the green waves.
There's a lot of people who
I don't even want to say hello.
Ignore Johnny for some reason. There's a lot of people that Johnny and I think are douches, though. Nobody terrible. As Jason Holstein says, like, comment, subscribe, become a Patreon. We really are going to need money. The cruise put a $99 hold on my bank account today. Yeah, and I didn't like it, which is when I said we need to do this
They
show.
better not charge me for my new bed.
And if you want the breaking news of the morning, Johnny exchanged his bed.
It's not my fault.
It sounds like I'm lying.
The thing is like made out of twine and toothpicks.
Well, if you've ever
sinking in, my back's killing me right now.
If you've ever been on a cruise, they take 2 beds and they put them together, and they call it a big king size.
Oh, it's terrible.
But Johnny was having trouble. How many times have you returned to bed at home?
5 or 6.
Right. Now he's done it on a cruise as well.
He was fine with it. I said, Michael, should we tip you? He's like, no, you can if you want. You know.
Did you?
At the end. No, he said, I guess at the end when you sign off,
You put it in the bill.
no, you put it in. You add it to your bill.
Oh. I think first I was thinking I would not, but I'll tell you, I got out of the shower this morning. I did shower in the little
Right there with the towel.
Yes, he was, and he shined my balls just the way I like them. But he, Johnny, when I laid down, my black hair dye got on the pillow case, and I thought maybe they were going to charge me $99.75. I said if he does, he gets no tip. He's a steward. They call them stewards. My steward's name is Florencio. Me and Steven are sharing a steward. Johnny has his own steward. And
Harry spelled wrong.
Right.
I wonder if they just let them make their own name tags because nobody spells Harry like that.
I'm going to tell you a couple quick things. Someone mentioned Lee Aaron. Johnny and I did see Lee Aaron last night.
Who's that?
The Canadian chick.
Oh yeah.
I showed
my
you.
friend plays in there.
Yeah, I showed you the nudie
Crash
pics.
Kelly.
Yeah. And she was good. It was fine. That interview's coming soon. But last night I tried to upload my tour diary from Key West. I want to be quick with this because I'm still hurting and depressed. I was asleep and I kept hitting things. I slid. I accidentally deleted the entire thing. So I don't have a... Does Johnny ever laugh? No, and neither does he smile.
Well, I would if something was funny.
Right. He heard Jim Florentine and Don Jamieson earlier, and his face hasn't moved
makes
since.
the opposite of whatever laughter is.
That's right. So anyway, I deleted one of the tour diaries. It'll never be seen. Some people think they're terrible, but anyway. But I've got so much footage from this trip. A lot of strange things. I mean, next time we do this, I'll be a little bit more
next time
organized. No, next time we do the tour, this video. And Vince Neal. No, Vince Neal is not here. It's beautiful right now, Johnny. It's a sunset. Everyone is here with their significant other, and then Johnny and I, watching the sunset.
Oh, the sun's not this way.
Paul, it's right there.
Looks like it's gonna rain.
It does look like it might rain. The weather was terrible.
Oh, like a hurricane the first day.
Yeah,
But I should have been smiling through it.
Right. We were almost dead, but
Shut up.
But we. Sometimes I don't even comment. Like, when people say they're going to make you smile or laugh, and it's stupid, I just feel like.
Yeah. No, it was really. The boat was moving around, and someone said I was being. What's the word? Like you're exaggerating or being
Cocksucker?
Dramatic. Oh. But when you get on the boat and you're used to being on land, because that's what humans. And then the boat's moving around a little bit. You're like, all right, it's a little weird. I'm not really liking this, but you start to get used to it. But when it's really going around and there's white caps and it's blowing around and stuff's knocking around, it's kind
Eddie
of
Trunk's
unsettling.
talking.
Yeah, I hear that.
Do you think they want to see that?
I mean, maybe.
You want to show them a little bit. I mean, I don't know.
I gotta put my shoes on.
It's very hard to prepare for these trips. I'll tell you right now,
Yeah.
you never can pack enough or too much.
I didn't pack a lot.
And it can be difficult. I mean, and I don't care how organized these things are. Once you get on, it's everything's out the window. It's really okay. Hold on, Johnny has a call. Is it Nuno? He said Nuno said keep it down.
He needs another hour to check his guitar.
All right, let's show you guys the Monsters of Rock cruise. You go. This will save you the $25,000 it costs. All right, I'm taking you to the stage.
It's gonna pour.
I think so too.
What's Bruno gonna do that?
Melt. Anyway, I want you guys. And by the way, remember, super chat. We'll do more of these, but all right. So anyway, the first day of shows out here, we're rained out.
Oh, it's gonna rain for sure.
Yeah, look at that. Look at Eddie Trunk doing jokes. If you guys don't support this channel, you'll be stuck with Eddie Trunk for the rest of your life. And I think you can already tell that's not the best.
To the folks working in the crews on these stages.
There's the Dominican Republic, by the way.
You hear that, Gary Sharon?
All these folks
Yeah.
behind the scenes.
That he yelled at. It's amazing.
They're working their ass off while you're having a great vacation.
Yeah. Tell the story about how Derek Sharon yelled at them because the food wasn't open.
Hold on to them
right.
when the wind's about to blow them off into the ocean. So they do amazing work to make all of this happen and get these bands on stage. All right, so as you know, I always have co-hosts with me on every Monsters of Rock cruise.
Oh boy.
And I'd like to introduce those co-hosts to you. You've
Not
probably
funny.
seen them introing some bands around the ship already. Again, since we usually on initial sail away, we are doing it a little differently, but we need to get this in and we need to get our photo in and do the whole blackout thing because we've got one for every cruise. We need to do it for this one. So I'd like to introduce one of my, or as many of the co-hosts that are not drunk and passed out that can still come out here and join me on the stage. So first up, I'm going to bring them out together because these are my two brothers that you know we did that metal show together. And I can also tell you, in case you haven't heard the news, the three of us are going to be doing a new show together on YouTube.
How the mighty have fallen.
Called That Rocks.
You have less
So we ask you
subscribers
to
than
be
me.
sure to sign up on YouTube. Won't cost you anything. Just go to That Rocks on YouTube and subscribe so you can see the three of us. We'll be live on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern.
You think he's been to the buffet yet?
For you to watch whenever you want. Please welcome Don Jameson, everybody.
Care.
Jim Florentine, everybody.
Gives up a fuck.
Also, another brother of mine from Jersey. My God, we've known each other decades and decades, even though we still look like kids. Even though we're still such youngsters. Ladies and gentlemen, you also know my Sirius XM brother as well. Mr. Keith Roth is in the house.
Who the fuck cares?
Way too much New Jersey on this stage with the four of us standing here
fuck
right
yourselves.
now. Next up, I think this lady has done a ton of Monsters of Rock cruises as well. I don't know what number this is for her. And she is back on the radio.
Who's this?
You were 11? You're 11 too? Ladies and back on the phone in San Francisco. Ladies and gentlemen, Nikki Black. And one of my favorite DJs, and he even did the DJing stuff for us when we were doing that metal show during the commercial breaks. Whenever I see he's spinning somewhere, I know the tunes are going to sound great. And the promenade, he's playing shit that I didn't even know what it was. It was so cool. The great DJ Will, everybody.
You didn't call him brother.
I think we have a first-time Monsters of Rock cruiser here. And she is part of the Punchlines and Backlines, which I hear Tom Vittori killed that. I heard my name was invoked. I have a feeling she had something to do with that, being a writer as well. But please say hello to Courtney Cronin Gold, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Welcome her to the stage.
She was great in REO Speedwagon.
And, of course, when you are annihilated and drunk and high and can barely stand up and exhausted at the end of every day, but you're like, I gotta still do something at 1:30 in the morning. You go see this guy along with the other guy who's not here, Brian Ott. But ladies and gentlemen, Izzy Presley, your host for karaoke, among other things here on the Monsters of Rock cruise. Did we get everybody? Anybody, any other hosts? Anybody I missed? I don't think so. Brian's not here.
Why don't you talk until the rain starts?
I think he's passed out somewhere, but we give a shout out to him as well.
Nobody gives a fuck.
I think I got everybody. Now we got to do our photos. So you know the drill. If you've been on this before, you guys want to see yourselves on the Monsters of Rock Cruise websites and social media. We need your hands up.
You're
nice
on my
and high.
channel right now. Much more.
Come down front, make yourself known. We're all going to take a big group picture together, and then we're going to get off the stage and get ready to have your minds blown by Extreme coming up.
That's not the only thing you're going to get blown.
Let's do the photos. So let's turn around here. And what's that?
Having a meeting now?
Oh, okay.
Well,
so
tomorrow.
first it's video, I'm told.
Evidently, there's a tornado.
Oh, wait, what's that I'm talking
Okay, so it's video first. What are we doing during the video?
You tell those great jokes. Oh, wow. Look at that. Indeed. They spare no expense. Somebody sat in a meeting and thought this was a good idea.
got it? You got the photos too? We got everything? These guys are
Some
professionals.
people
They
take
got
this
it all.
nonsense very serious.
All right, everybody, enjoy your Monday out there. Is this a great
And by the way,
to
I
spend
like
Monday,
Eddie
everyone?
Trunk. I want to mention
This is
that.
awesome.
I
Have
like
a
him.
great rest
But
of your
these
cruise.
people have nothing to
We'll
say,
see
and
you
most
out
of the
the
people
door.
aren't
We're
funny.
radio every day, Tuesday, Wednesday from Playmakers, 3 to 5 on Sirius XM. We'll all see you out
Let me
and
show you
about
some
enjoying
extreme
bands and doing stuff. Be sure to say hello. And any second now, any minute now, these guys, my gosh, they're going to blow you away. They have a new record coming, their first in about 15 years.
Is anyone super chatting?
So to say it's long awaited would be an understatement. There are 3 new songs out from it right now.
I do like Eddie Trunk.
And
That's not true. He's actually very nice. And he's very supportive. And Eddie Trunk came on my show when a lot of people wouldn't. He doesn't have to. He is exactly what you see, like him or not. He's a real music guy. He does talk a lot. And, you know, but that's what he's here to do. That's what he gets hired to do. Michael Perez, thank you so much. No sleep till Labadee. If we survive till Labadee, I would be happy to go live again. And by the way, I've met so many nice people, and they've all wanted one of these guitar picks. I'm going to give my Patreons these because you guys are the reason why I have a show. So this pick says, I wasted some time with Jason Green on the 2023 Monsters of Rock cruise. Fix my hair. Johnny disappeared into the crowd. I'm not exactly sure where he is. He's talking to some people. Let's see. I think he's talking to Will Hunt. Will Hunt played an incredible show with Stephen Piercy. He's also in Slaughter. Evanescence. Let's see if we can get a quick word with Will Hunt. Behind me. Will, you stole the show. I'm telling my audience, but you stole the show. Everywhere we go, all we're hearing is how great you are. And Rod Morgenstein made a point to say that he watched you and he thought you were amazing. Which is a good compliment, I think. But really, everybody, high words. Thank you, I appreciate it.
Are you streaming live?
Yes, it's live, yeah. So, for those of you
I just like to say hello and go fuck yourself.
you heard it live. You meant to, and Mrs.
But
Hunt.
listen, I'm saying that with love. It's all with
That's
love.
why no one in Striper gets a new interview.
No, everybody. So with Evanescence, I'll say this every night before we go on stage.
That's a thing.
We do a roundhouse, and we're all around. So we kind of got into this weird zone where, like, what do you say? It's like goatee, whatever. So there was just like one day I was just like, I don't know who, maybe it was me, probably me. Maybe it was Amy. It was like, you know what? I know what to say. Go fuck yourself. So we just bump and say, go fuck yourself.
Fitting.
When we go on
I think
stage
Chris
every
Holmes
night.
might do that too.
It's great because you know it kind of loosens it up, makes you feel a little better, and you just laugh. It's like,
You heard it from Will. You didn't know that's the Evanescence show kickoff.
that's the kickoff.
But
Go
you
fuck
do-
yourself.
you do
So, I
that.
said it with love.
You meant it with love, and he was great, and everyone really enjoyed him. And you get to do it again tomorrow,
Yeah,
out here,
right.
unfortunately.
When's Mother's Day?
Well, hopefully, when's Mother's Day? Just say that.
Very soon.
Guess what I learned?
I don't like that.
Your mother curses like a sailor.
Yeah, but not to me.
Not to me.
Oh my God. I say that to Layla all the time. I'm like, fuck off. She's like, don't fuck off. Yeah,
That's a
we are.
start.
We're good.
We're reading comments. What do we got?
Somebody asked who was on drums, and are they better than Blotzer? I will say Will Hunt is on drums, and yes, he's better than Blotzer.
I'm a big Blotzer fan, by the way. I grew up listening and playing that stuff, and I love Bobby Blotzer.
Well, he's saying
Great,
no.
one of the most underrated drummers from that era.
There's Michael Wilton over your shoulder, Mr. Personality himself. We've seen him countless times. He's never said a word. He's one of 2 surviving Queensrÿche members. No, but what an outfit. Oh, that's Heather the Leather. Why didn't you tell me?
He's got a cool look, that guy. The blazer on. chopped up hair.
That's
I would just like to say that your bad outfit choice over there, really hot.
No. We're not gonna. No.
Where?
We're not
Oh.
gonna.
No, we didn't even point to it.
I didn't even see it.
Yes, it was well hunted. That person got it right.
Yes.
Look at the work.
Somebody said they thought it might be Zoltan Chaney.
That's fine. I love Zoltan. That's a compliment. Thank you.
Will's okay. No, I think they. Yeah. If they saw you play, they would know.
Some similarities, you know.
Yeah. You don't juggle though.
No, I can't do that. I don't know how he does that. Zoltan is one of one.
Yeah. That's
One of
true.
one.
That's a nice way. That's a very nice way to say it.
That was sick.
I want to show the audience a little bit of extreme. Johnny and I watched. All right, I will. Johnny wants to see Heather Leather. Hey guys, we want to say hello to everybody. We're streaming live.
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing?
Good to see you. We saw you guys last night, and I see that you guys survived the Dominican Republic.
We
Yes.
did a little sunburn.
We were yelling to you from our balcony. Yeah, and we thought you might get sold, both of you might get sold into white slavery, but you did not. And I see you have an original Fast Pacific shirt on. You've got Frank Muscat, Eric Stacy, Tammy Down, Ray Steele, and that's the original drummer Mark Michaels, who is missing. And did you know that Frank Muscat's brother is in the band Joker? Who's on this one?
We were just talking about it.
We ran into them. Were you guys having a good time?
Yeah, we're having a blast, man.
Well, you guys should
Nothing
introduce
but a good
yourself.
time.
Here, Heather, you start.
Hi guys, I'm Heather Leather, aka Vintage Vixen 80s. I post a lot of 80s content, so yeah.
What's up, y'all? Dixie Carl, I'm Stolen Prayer. I play bass. Check us out. We're on Instagram. Or check me out on Instagram, Dixie Carl.
I'm gonna have to. I'll have to put all their links so you can see it. Heather, we met. What city was it?
Houston, Texas.
Houston, Texas. And ever since, everybody said she's a big star, and now we see you everywhere. She's on our TVs constantly,
Yeah,
and,
that's amazing.
and she's promoting, so which is a
That
good thing.
video went more viral than I thought it would, but it's a good reminder of like how many people love Steven and just 80s film in general. So we're bringing it back.
I agree, and we'll see you tomorrow, right? The Steven Show will be right here. Oh, yeah, you guys come out. Anyway, I appreciate you guys being on it. And Heather's going to come back. You're going to come back on your own, and we'll do an interview and talk about it. You're for real. All right, guys. Thank you. Okay. That's Heather. Heather's great. You should look her up. And I just met her first time. I know her friend for the first time. And this way now. Show you guys around. These guys in front of me were in Chris Holmes' band, and they were incredible. These guys, right? Right here. You can't see them, but they at least they were great. They played Wasp songs. They played Mean Man songs. Anyway, I hope that Fast Pacific will play later tonight. Their guitar player had to fly in. Sam, the guy who the Brent Muscat role, he had to fly in here to the Dominican Republic. A couple of bands have that. Winger as well flew in here because he had a gigs. And anyway, you can see it's a beautiful night. And I tell the Wasp guys that they were great. I wanted to tell you guys you were great. They were great. These guys were live streaming, but they did a great job with Chris Holmes. You gotta check them out. Go ahead, let her.
Not worthy! Not worthy! I brought it. Hey, you guys Hey, wait.
You gotta check these
Oh,
guys
got it.
out.
Hey, you
Yeah,
know what?
great,
With your
thank
hat
you.
on, I'm like, that looks like a
I don't know
young
their-
Stevie.
I don't know their names, but they really were great. I mean, all right, anyone want to talk here? Johnny is chatting everyone up as usual. He's such a happy and positive guy. Puerto Plata. You want to see extreme a little bit? I can't do this all night. And also, please super chat because they're going to demonetize me for this music. There we go. You want to go down? You guys liking this? I don't know that song. Weather, hell on my hair. I feel like one thing you guys would like to see is me put Chris in timeout. I blocked him 5 minutes with an asshole, and I thought that you would like to see that. It was his first blocking ever from the Dominican Republic. I will never be back in the Dominican Republic. I mean, never say never, but I don't see that happening. Anyway, let's get a beautiful view. Mark Sanchez, thank you so much. We're going to do a show where we really explain everything and what it was like. But this is just having a little fun. And testing it out and making sure that this even works. Because who the hell knows if it would. And your super chats are appreciated because they will demonetize this video for playing copywritten songs. Go inside. Johnny went, but amazingly, our phones have been working, and so hopefully that will continue. A little quieter over here. I'll show you a little bit more of the Dominican Republic. It is very beautiful this time of year, and probably only for 1 mile from the boat. In front of me, I'm looking at Johnny Rockets, not to be confused with Johnny Monaco's. And then in here, there is a video arcade. Janice, thank you so much for the super sticker. I appreciate it. I hate to seem like I'm on here begging for tips, but it really it does help, believe it or not. Because without you guys, no channel. I'm in an arcade right now. I've yet to see anyone actually play a game in this arcade. If anyone watching, you want to support the channel in any other ways, become a member. A Patreon really helps. I am going to give the Patrons the Wasting Time with Jason Green picks. I will tell you, and not to sound conceited, but people have stopped me constantly, and I've given them these pics. I've taken pictures with 1 million people. I've signed a bunch of things that I didn't expect to sign. I'm sorry about the camera. But anyway, I know that some of this video is going to be hard to see and pixelated. Again, I told you I screwed up. I have a fan filter. And people who walk by, they think that they're on the camera. They don't realize that it's I on the camera. And Johnny and I were saying that we are meeting so many nice people and a lot of bands too. We hung out with Adrian Vandenberg, we hung out with Chris Holmes, we had nice conversations. I'm not name dropping, it's just how it was. This is the stage. So right here, this is the 11th floor. And on the 11th floor, there's a buffet called the Windjammer, which is where everybody pretty much eats. There's an artist area, but most people come and eat with everyone else. Oh, and by the way, thank you, Michelle. No one should feel pressured if you want to donate and you can afford it. If you can afford it and you like that, and great. But I would never ask. You don't have it. You don't have it. I don't have it. I'm on a cruise. I'm getting paid, and I still. Anyway, 11th floor. That's where the Windjammer is. That's an elevator. Scary elevator. Windjammer is where people eat. And then you go out and watch the pool stage. You have to wash your hands before you eat. Washi washi, they say. It's very famous. They sing the washi washi song. And you can't prepare for this. And because the weather was so bad the first couple nights, I think it took a little longer to acclimate. And then, like most things, by the time we get used to being here, it'll be time to leave. I think tomorrow, maybe the next day, we will be in Labadee. Coffee enthusiasts, thank you so much for the super sticker. Much appreciated. And thank you for watching the show and being a member. It means a lot. I know I joke around a lot about sarcasm, but it is appreciated. And again, I thank you guys for I share this with you. You guys are my friends. And Johnny Monaco, I don't know what he is. But this is normally a track, as you can see. In the morning, people who are not drunk can come up here and run the track. Walk the track. Show you. That doesn't sound good. Johnny Baby crowd surfing. Hold on one second. I gotta tighten the tripod. Hold on, guys. I think I got it. Sorry, I apologize. The food has been okay. I need to go to one of the better sit-down meal kind of places because and I should be wearing my mic, I'm sorry. A lot of the food we've had has been sort of fast. Okay. I already feel like I've eaten too much. I feel like I'm a bit overweight. If that stupid More Than Words song comes on, I better get out of here. Because they they'll definitely take my money.
So I start off every day.
Oh, hold on, watch my question. Favorite artist I've seen so far? I tell you what, it's all Michael Schenker. I think I would know that many songs. He has a really good. I was going to lie. And again, I'm going to get a copyright strike. So. I'm going to get a copyright strike, so thank you for the money to help with that. Anyway, I'll be honest, because the weather's been so bad, and we've been so busy with, I didn't really have much time to, back. He's not a big fan tonight. Tesla is playing right now. And then Michael Schenker and Adrian Vandenberg sort of back to back. And so I'm going to log off in just a second here. And Johnny and I will do this from a more controlled environment next time. Most likely my balcony. So, anyway, thank you all for watching. It's a little unorganized, but I wanted to reach out and chat with you guys. We'll have some more special guests. There'll be a lot of good interviews when I don't know if Johnny's still watching, but he did. Thank you guys. Watch the channel, like, comment, subscribe. Check out the interview if you haven't seen it. And,